Hello? Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
It's been a few weeks, hasn't it?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Hi.
Nemia, you're looking quite green. What's going on?
I do not know. I'm just now.
What kind of filter did you...
I didn't use any. This just happened.
You're green and there's 3 of you.
Is your camera okay? Because I'm
You-
concerned.
Should I put on my 3D glasses to watch Nemia?
Yeah.
Don't I have to be red and blue?
You know we can't see you, Ren.
You can't see me?
No, your
No.
screen is just a giant thing with a
OBS.
ninja star in the middle, and I'm not sharing, and I'm not telling you what
Oh,
my
there we
screen
go.
looks like. So, oh,
Now
yay.
you can see.
Now you can see me.
Also...
Mountain! I am horrifying, and I'm just now realizing that there's actually 9 of me. Hooray!
Oh, my head hurts
Okay.
already. We haven't even started playing. Oh. Nemia, what are you doing to me?
Oh, no.
Turn your camera off and turn it on again. See if it fixes the problem. Oh, that's better. Whew. There we go!
Okay, cool.
Again. I'm no longer a gelatinous cube.
Gelatinous cube. I don't remember that one. Okay, there you go. So, we open up the game with a fight with a gelatinous cube. How have you all been? It's been
Been a long time.
a month.
Yeah.
I was over here, like this mountain range, taking pictures of the sunset for the past few weeks.
Wow. Actually?
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was
That's so cool.
actually there on top of that mountain range.
You took this picture?
Yes, I did.
What mountain range is it?
It's in Portugal, and it's a little island called Madeira, where my parents come from, and it's the 3rd highest mountain peak in Madeira. It's a very, 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 very high mountain above the clouds.
Was
You
the
can
air
see
thin?
I know, I can see the clouds down there. I thought that was a river.
that's actually
Was
a
the
river
air
of
quite
clouds.
thin?
Pretty.
The air was
Was the
very
air
thin,
very thin?
very,
That
very
sounds-
thin, and very, very
Was
cold.
it cold?
Yes.
Yay.
Well, it was
Cold.
warm until you go up the mountains. When you go up the mountains, it gets very, very, very cold.
What's that thing in the background next to the sun that looks like a farm-ish thing?
Where?
You can see
Uh,
like there's 3 poles sticking up. It's like to the
Yeah.
left. Yeah.
Here?
Stop. No.
No, other side.
Here.
No.
closer
Like
to the
close-
sun.
Middle. Way closer to the middle.
Here?
Like near this. No, near where the sun is.
This?
Near where the sun. No, go closer to the actual sun.
Okay.
There.
Here?
And now go left.
Here.
And now go. Yes,
Yeah,
right.
there's a
Yes, right
few-
there. You're on it.
Those are, you can't see it, but those are wind turbines for electricity.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because there's a lot of wind up there, so that's how they produce electricity.
I didn't know they had cords that could travel that far.
So, but I'm back! Here. With you.
Yay.
And, if you remember correctly, last time we played, you
You're in the
had
Feywild.
just
What
entered
happened?
the Feywild. You had just entered Prismeer. A
And I
different...
had a long conversation with my parents on what I think will happen and how we get back.
Oh, really?
Why was it so
Yeah.
long? Don't you just have to say like 20 words?
No.
No, it's a one-way trip.
This silly music is perfect for our conversation, you know?
Yeah, and also this coloring that I'm doing right now is also perfect. Oh, I'm frozen, aren't I?
Oh,
I-
okay, we're good.
Ooh,
You're
it's pretty.
Totally
Coloring
perfect.
mushrooms.
Is that a coloring book or did you draw the coloring book?
It's a coloring book.
Oh. I've drawn coloring books before and had someone
Wow.
color them. It was fun.
That sounds like a ton of work.
It isn't that much work.
Yesterday I made an Owlin character, and I drew him.
What's in its mouth?
Huh?
Its
a
mouth looks like
scarf.
its nose.
It's a scarf.
It's a scarf.
Like the red part, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a scarf.
Cool.
The colors aren't very good on camera.
Guys, have you noticed that in the background there's a bunch of purple fire flying everywhere?
No? Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Yes, you are in a magical land. Therefore, there's magical stuff around everywhere. Purple.
Pixie fire dust.
I haven't heard from Gollum. Phoebe, are you there? Hello? Phoebe, are you there?
Yeah, sorry. My dad's wireless mouse is plugged in because it's almost out of battery, and I have to operate everything sideways,
Okay, no problem.
like this.
So, where do we begin? We begin where we ended last time.
Where we ended last time was we just blackmailed that guy with his watch, and then he sent us there, and now we know how to get back, even though he
We
said it was
jumped through a
one way
mirror.
passage and blah blah blah. Now we're in the Fey world. And now
We
we
do
have
not know how to get back.
oh. Was that
Yeah, we can't get back.
We don't know how to
Okay,
get back.
anyways, now we have to find this chicken foot lady, and once we find her, we have to bring her fast before that old guy dies of old age.
That's actually pretty accurate.
You actually met with Mr. Light over here
Mr. Witch.
and Mr. Witch over here.
Yeah.
And I try to
What's up
find
with Mr. Light's skin? Why is it like gray?
because
Because
he's
they're Shatterkai.
the Shadow Guy. Yes,
It's just how they are.
I try to find miniatures that I have for all of your characters, and I found this one here, which is a thiefling. And I
I
have a
don't
really
think I look like that.
I know, but the only thiefling I had, and I found this one
Also-
here, which is a Warforge.
I
This
also
one here,
thought that Mr. Witch was like 2 feet taller than Mr. Light. How come Mr. Light is taller
Ellen's
than Mr.
me, I take it. Or
no, you're you're the one over here. You're this guy here.
I love that.
Oh,
I
Mr.
love
Witch is about to
that.
fall.
That actually looks somewhat like
He fell.
Like,
That's Mr. Light.
Mr. Light, sorry. Mr. Light fell
Also,
into my cup.
isn't Mr. Witch taller than Mr. Light?
Mr. Light is taller than Mr. Witch.
Really? Wow.
And this here is an Eladrin. So it's one I
Yeah.
found. And yeah, back here hiding is Kronk.
how? I don't think Kronk is that armed.
No, he's not.
He's
I tried to
barely
find the
armed.
best miniatures. But I
He's a vet. He's a vet.
In this timeline, he's a
Oh
vet.
my
What
gosh,
was that scream?
someone screamed. What happened? Did the gelatinous cube swallow your sister?
Nope.
Okay.
Fighting.
It would have been
Okay.
funnier if you said yes.
Unless you consider one of them a gelatinous cube of eating everything, then no, that didn't happen.
Tell your dad to make a huge pool full of Jello and just throw you in it, and then you'll be eaten by a gelatinous cube.
Except the Jello would crumple, and then technically
You can eat
wouldn't
it all.
really be.
Do not give me ideas.
You know how hard it is to make an actual pool full of Jello? It takes a month. It takes like 8 months to.
Have
just
you
make a
actually done it?
small pool.
Nemia
No.
has done it.
Nevia has, but I haven't.
So, let's begin. Last time we ended the session with all 5 of you. Yeah, there's 5 of you, including Mr. Kronk. You had entered the land of Prismeer. Now, if you remember correctly, you are here specifically because somebody had asked you to go ahead and try to find.
And
let
we
me
have
see.
a Kenku companion.
They stayed.
Wait,
They
did the
didn't
Ken
come with. They didn't. Neither of them came with us.
did the Kenku come with us?
No, it's
No,
just
no,
us.
no, nobody could come with you. They're not able to cross over. So a Madric Roslov, who is a good friend of Krunk, had asked you to try and find out what happened to his Patreon.
Or he dies of old age.
Sorry, I have a bit of a cough, so I might cut in and out every now and then. So anyway, you've been tasked, hired, however you want to call it, to try and find out what, if anything, happened to Zabilna. He's rather worried. You found out that also that you did mention Kettlestream, the somewhat troublemaker Kenku was actually also has a similar patron, which is Zabilna, and he had been trying to find out what's going on, specifically with Mr. Witch and Mr. Light.
Is he wearing a golden earring?
Who?
Kettlestream. Is he wearing
I
a
think
gold?
it's like a flower.
No, it's just a little note.
Oh.
Oh, it's a token.
Okay.
Yeah. So he was actually quite upset with Mr. Light and Mr. Witch, who may or may not know information about what's going on with Zabilna. And they haven't actually told anybody. So that's why Kettlestream was causing a lot of problems.
And
do you...
we need to find the
Zabilna?
No,
Yeah,
not
token.
Zabilna. We also need to
I
find
forgot his
the
name.
child.
The kitten. I forgot her name.
Oh yeah, the kitten.
The kitten.
Call them
Durlagon.
Let's
Durlagon.
name them
Durlagon's kid.
You have quite a few possible tasks or things that you can look for. Durlagron has lost her baby, and you remember Burley, his brother disappeared, so he lost his brother. Once again, Kettlestream is wondering what's happening with Zabilna. Mr. Light and Mr. Witch are also quite worried about Zabilna.
Go down a bit. There's a pink lady.
Everyone's patron is Zabilna. It's really weird.
Yeah, you're not quite sure what's up with this lady.
I bet this person's patron is Zabilna.
So,
Portal.
as we left, each one of you stepped into the portal one by one until Welbrix was the last one about to go through. Before Welbrix went through, Mr. Witch and Mr. Light stopped you for a moment. And before you read the magical words, which were, "Hither, thither, here and there, wander yonder, show me where," he stopped you for a moment, and they said, Mr. Witch said, "Mind the rule of 3, future, present, past." And Light said,
"Find the alicorn and free the torment queen at last."
Exactly.
I don't know what that means. I kind of, but...
Okay, well, we need to find an alicorn. That's obviously the first step.
You have a lot of potential things to do now. Probably a lot more than you thought you would have. Quincy, you were trying to ask something?
Has something to do with,
That's good, because that means we at least complete one thing.
At least one.
Alright, so
I think have something to do with unicorns. Right?
No,
Alicorns.
alicorns. Alicorns are winged unicorns.
Ah.
So
Also,
I could focus on finding Star. We could all focus on finding Zabilna, but some of us could focus on different tasks. So you want to
find Kirby. By the way, Kirby's the name I gave the baby Displacer Beast because I think it's a great name.
Okay.
Its name is Star. It already has a name.
I know, but its new name is Kirby because it's a better name.
Okay.
And not the pink little thing that eats everything. That's not
okay, can we talk about our action plan?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I have a giant bunny that I ripped a hole through.
I don't think that's very helpful.
Well, we will begin with the last person to enter being Wellbricks. You jump through
No.
and you all arrive.
Hey.
And check them out.
Queen's Pond. Or Queen's Bridge.
Can you zoom out a little bit, Ren?
No, I can't actually. There's a reason why I can't. You'll slowly see what's on the map.
Okay.
Okay, so we're on a bridge.
So, you are actually on a bridge, yes, and I will read you a quick paragraph that you probably had completely forgotten about. I did read it before we ended last session. So, you are standing at the edge of a raised and broken causeway, or a bridge, under a hazy twilight sky. The causeway, which is built from pale stones that glow faintly from within, towers over the surrounding landscape. But large sections of it seem to have crumbled away.
No,
The
not again.
parts that remain in place are separated by large gaps where portions have simply collapsed. A fog-shrouded swamp spreads out below you in all directions, and up from its murk wafts the smell of rotting plants. Also rising from the swamp is the music of nature, a discordant symphony of croaking frogs and singing birds. Where are we now? This is ridiculous. We step inside a mirror. I'm getting very cranky now, and I just want to go home. Can we just find Zabilna and get home? I'm kind of tired. We've been at this carnival all week, or all day. Seems like we've been there forever.
Should we actually
We
just take a
got
rest?
here, so we're not gonna finish finding Zabilna anytime soon.
We're in a completely different plane of
Almost all
existence,
my
Kronk.
spell slots are used up.
I think we should actually rest.
Rest?
Instead of
Where are you going to
twilight.
rest? There's just swampland all over here. There's nothing
we-
but
enough.
swamp.
We can lay down on the bridge.
I suppose
Yeah.
so. It's
It's
not
a
quite
bridge.
comfortable.
Well, who cares? Well, at least we're
Fine.
not sleeping in we're not sleeping in the swamp, right, Krog? You're happy about that?
Are you trying to convince them of this?
Yes.
Roll for it.
It's like,
Oh, fancy bag of dice. Look at that.
well, that's terrible. I failed.
No, I ain't happy. I'd be happy if I was in a warm bed with some good old ale in my hand and a nice big loaf of bread with stuffed with cheese and meat. This
Well,
is...
this is what you get when you're in a foreign country, let's say.
Wait, you know where we are?
No, I have
Okay.
no clue.
I think we lost somebody. Hang on.
Nemia's frozen.
Oh,
Nemia, can you move?
It's gone. Oh, there we go.
Nemia's frozen.
Can you tell them what happened, and then
The computer just shut down.
Oh,
so you can be on there for now, and then try to rejoin in a minute. I guess as soon as possible.
There's a really loud beeping noise, and the computer said it had no signal. And yeah,
That's not good.
that's not good.
I think your dad will be able to fix it when he gets here, but can you just continue to either listen or play while? Can you see? Yeah. And we'll just try to be quiet. I'll go upstairs to play because it's part of the morning.
There we go. Okay, so she's back. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
All right, so all you missed was just Crunk being cranky, complaining.
The usual.
The usual. So, you guys are all going to take a nap, I suppose. A short rest or a long rest. It is kind of, dark and it's nighttime.
I think we should take a long rest. Just my opinion.
Okay.
Sure.
I'll be on watch, I guess. I'll be on
Okay.
first watch.
So in that case,
I'll go second.
Quincy, go ahead and give me a perception check for your first watch.
Perception. 23.
My wolf will be with you in case you fall asleep.
I only need 4 hours of sleep, so
Oh, you're an elf.
yeah.
So you you rest, or you probably hunker down a little bit, and everyone else takes a nap and rests and tries to recoup their spells and just get better. About 3 hours into your rest, you sight something off in the distance. It seems to be coming from the clouds up above.
Okay, that's not good.
Well,
Well, we're just sleeping.
Do you want to take a closer look? Now you are on the
Yes.
bridge, so there is there's a raised platform like a barrier on both sides, so people don't fall off. You're kind of safe.
It also
You haven't been bothered by anybody yet. You get up and you try to take a closer look.
Yep.
All right. So the rest of you, you're all asleep, relaxed, resting, and Kronk is snoring away, seemingly talking to himself while he's sleeping. Do you speak Dwarven? No. So you have no idea what he's talking. He's talking he's talking Dwarven, and at times he actually is yelling to himself while he's dreaming in Dwarven.
That's hilarious.
So you carefully get up and try not to wake everybody up, and you look in a far distant sky. You spot what looks to be a great big balloon made up of a patchwork of material. It's seemingly spinning out of control, as if it were punctured, causing the wicker basket that hangs from it to swing wildly. The balloon quickly plunges out of sight, disappearing into the fog, approximately a mile or so away to the east.
Oh.
A moment later...
All right, I'll make a
Grump.
mental note
Okay.
of like where roughly it is.
A moment later, Kronk wakes up, and he stretches. I'm so tired. Have I been sleeping? I still feel tired. So, have you seen anything?
Well, there's this large
Hot air
balloon in the sky, and
Where?
it's spun out of control that way. Or yeah, she points to the east.
That way? It's just mud. It's swamp.
I know.
He's looking. I do see something there. Barely. It's something kind of... I don't know.
We'll check it out later.
I suppose we should wait for the others to finish the rest. I'm going to go off and take a look around. You want to take your rest? I'll take over.
Okay.
Alright. So you go and you rest. And several hours later, you all start to slowly wake up. And you wake up to seeing Kronk standing at the edge of the bridge, scanning the horizon. Good to wake up. It's a good day, however, it's still very muddy down there. and everything seems
Why
to
is
be in
the bee
twilight. The lighting, the light in general has not changed, has not gotten brighter, has not gotten darker. It's like in this perpetual twilight.
Can I ask, Quincy, why is he so joyful right now?
I'm not joyful. I'm just trying to not be so cranky. You're making me cranky now.
Just be quiet, Kronk.
Yeah.
Hey, now you don't. Okay, fine. He starts to pout.
Oh my god, you look really weird, Ren. You're glitching. Oh, wait, why is everyone glitching?
Oh no! We'll blame it on Nemia.
Huh? You look so weird, everybody, except for Nemia and me. Do I
Strange.
look weird?
No. You're probably having some kind of internet issue on your side. Let's not worry too much about it. It'll come back, hopefully. So you've all taken your rest. Let's go ahead and make sure that you apply your long rest. I'll do it for you. There you go. Golem.
Changing my spells. 1 second.
Aha, there's my pencil.
So, well, I told me to be quiet, but there's only so much quietness I can take, and all these buzzing of bees and bugs and birds. It's annoying. It's annoying. Can we just get going? I think Quincy said she saw something over in the horizon.
Yeah. It's to the east.
Fine, let's go.
One question. Do we have to go down? Really?
Oh.
We should, make a boat.
Yeah,
I
let's
see
do
one.
that.
No.
Am I strong enough to carry anybody?
Not really. You're too small. It's not just a question of strength. It's like imagine you were carrying a huge bag of feathers. You can't really see beyond the feathers, even though you can carry it. So imagine if you were to carry, let's say, Gollum. Gollum is so big, it's gonna block your vision.
Okay, that's
Gonna
reasonable.
probably turn into a
I
living
think you can
pancake.
carry 2 people.
You can carry 2 tiny people.
The only reason I was asking that is because I have the flying boots.
I'm considered short.
Oh, you do have flying boots. That's pretty awesome. Does that
do
mean
have
you can
flying
just
boots in
float
this
over
one.
top of this disgusting, muddy, filthy, whatever this swamp is?
It's
Ooh,
called a
actually, someone else can carry Welbricks if they put on the boots, right?
They'd have to
Well,
fit.
you need it,
True.
and they'd have to attune to it.
Exactly.
I have a
Only problem.
bag. I have a bag, but I don't think that will help.
Maybe,
Put someone inside the bag.
Welbricks could probably carry Kronk, maybe. And I could carry Nemia and Quincy.
If Kronk held on to me really tight, then yes. Maybe.
No one carries a dwarf, but a dwarf. Sorry. I'll step
Yeah,
down.
can I just tell Kronk to see if I can just try to fly him, but just fly 2 steps, on the bridge.
Other than you.
See that he doesn't fall in the swamp water.
I'm gonna go along the bridge.
You go along the bridge? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you do find the bridge does kind of collapse at one point, and it seems like somebody had at this point decided to put in a semi-permanent ladder to get down off the bridge. Otherwise, you'd have to literally jump off, which is not a very good thing. The bridge It's quite high. The bridge itself is 20 feet wide, but it goes down about 100 feet. So you notice that someone has set alongside of this crumbled portion of the bridge, there's a bunch of ladders that they've kind of secured to the bridge itself. I guess I'll go down first. I apologize for being so cranky, but you know, I haven't had a good meal in a few days, and I haven't had a good sleep, and all. Okay, I'll stop. I promise I'll stop complaining. I'll try.
There's a giant amount of bread. It says the bread is shaped into the words Queen's Way. It's a gigantic amount of bread because I just learned how big this bridge is.
It's quite big.
And there's bread on it.
Where's the bread?
Can you not see? The bread spells Queen's Way. Bread.
She thinks that the Queen's Way spelling is made out of bread.
Bread.
All right, active imagination.
They do look like bread.
They do not.
It does.
Okay. Well, Krunk starts climbing down the stairs slowly.
I'll fly down.
Well, Bricks, you're just flying past Krunk. He looks at you, he's like, that's not for fair! He slips.
Oh god, I'm gonna try to catch him.
Do a dex save.
Did he slip off the bridge?
What is wrong with him?
Yes, he did.
Slip off the bridge.
Yes, he did.
Okay. Dex check?
Yes.
Yeah. Is it saving throw or just check?
Let's go for a saving throw.
Okay, that's even better. I got a 17.
All right, you catch him.
I will bring him down safely.
He's so heavy that you're both careening down the side of the bridge a little bit too fast for your likes. So the rest of you can see, look over, and you can see, Wellbrick's caught.
Okay, I know what I'm gonna do.
You're going down, 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 down. What are you gonna do?
Okay, wait. Before I hit the ground, I'm gonna immediately let go of Kronk. He's gonna slightly go in the water. I'll tell him that I'm gonna go with him on the way down, and I'm just gonna ball.
No, don't do it, don't do it.
Wait! I need to ask a question. Let me ask you a question. How deep is the water?
There's no water. It's just mud down there. You don't know how deep it is.
Okay, so I'm not letting go of him immediately. Once I'm 4 feet off the ground, I'll let go of him.
Let's time it. Let's time this. Do an intelligence check.
Intelligence. This dice is doing very bad. I'm changing to a different dice.
Well, maybe if you were nice.
Okay, wait. What check am I doing? Intelligence?
Intelligence.
That's not super great. I got an 11.
11?
Correct.
No! Splash!
Music.
He ends up falling into and disappearing into the swamp below.
He disappears?
You just hover right above him. And you hear...
No, he dissipates.
Okay, I pick him up.
His hand comes up, and he's completely covered in black and brown mud.
Hey,
all you see are the whites of his eyes.
I have prestidigitation.
You're still up top.
Somebody.
Are you all coming down?
Kronk,
Yeah.
don't get distracted.
He opens his mouth. He pulls out a little frog.
Can I take the frog?
The frog runs away.
And
You
I'll
all
try and
get
grab the
down.
frog.
You press the location. Okay, Nemia, you're the professional. You're the professional pronouncer. So how do you pronounce this?
Prestidigitation.
That's the correct way of pronouncing it. How do you twist it, Nemia?
My family just calls it presto, which is very...
Oh, that's cool. I presto. Okay, so you press. I like that. You presto him. Yeah. Thank you. He looks at Wilbricks with a side-eye look.
You just got distracted on the ladder. It's not my fault.
I'm gonna pat Wellbricks on the head with Mage Hand. Good
I'll
job.
be like,
Sticky
well,
mud!
Totally.
Sticky mud squelches beneath your feet. Tangled mangroves grow out of pools of rippling water, half hidden by the thick fog. And purple mushrooms cling to rotting logs and stumps scattered throughout the marsh. Crickets that glow like fireflies chirp serenely before they are snatched out of the air by tongues of hungry frogs. Coming from one direction are several voices, joined in a marching song. The singing grows louder as you see 6 bipedal rabbits wearing clothing emerge from the fog. 2 of them tug at reins of giant snails, and others
Dragons.
carry clubs of slings.
Okay, that's not good.
Herringons, I think.
What?
Oh,
You think?
They are.
Herringons, the bunny race.
No. They're birds.
No, they actually aren't, Nemia.
Mhm.
Yay, they're herringons.
They're it's those look like minifigs of that guy from that weird show about a samurai rabbit.
Huh?
Exactly what they look like.
Does anyone know what Demi is talking about?
No.
You shouldn't also.
What?
That's just a fresh
I'm
wound.
just not expecting you guys to even know what I'm talking about. But there's this weird show called like Samurai Rabbit or something. I don't know. It's not even out yet. But anyways, they look really weird and they look exactly like that, just with samurai swords and a pet snake.
Has anybody ever watched Snow White? I
Have
suppose
you ever watched what?
Actually, yes.
with the
Snow
with the
White.
12 dwarves or the 7 dwarves. Sorry, not 12 dwarves. 7 dwarves and how they're marching along, singing.
Oh, I haven't.
Well-
Actually.
I have.
These Haragon are also marching along and they're singing.
La la
With-
la la la.
There
La,
you go.
la, la, la.
With sticks and stones, we'll break your nose. We'll beat you blind and steal your clothes. But none among us can compare to one wily, swift, and stand-up hare. Scarf the glorious, thief notorious. His deeds are truly notorious, meritorious. With a wink and a grin, he'll show his cunning. A flash of his scarf, he'll take off running. Quick as a bolt, his long scarf trailing. Gasping, grasping, you'll end up flailing. You'll pout, you'll moan, you'll huff, you'll sneer. Thanks to Agdon's long scarf, Brigand Prince of Prismeer. Yay!
How close are they?
I want to kill them all now.
Wow, that got
We
violent
are
quickly.
going to hide.
We are going
We're
to
going to
stealth.
hide. These
No,
things
no,
are
We're gonna
thieves.
fairy fire them.
They sang a song
Well-
without any music playing. Now I hate them. I was gonna cuddle them because they look so cute and they're rabbits. So I would
Well-
have wanted to cuddle with them, but no, they sang a song.
The one in the front, it's a female rabbit. She introduced herself. Good day. My name is Jebek. And this is a robbery. Yes, you heard it. This is a robbery. If you resist, we'll beat you black and blue. Now stick 'em up, hands up in the air.
Are they talking to us?
Yes, they're talking to you.
Can I just fly
Oh.
10 feet in the air?
Fairy fire.
Yeah.
Wait, can we roll
I
initiative?
insult them.
You want to roll initiative already? Oh my goodness. All right. I guess
Intimidate them.
we'll roll initiative.
No, insult them.
Actually, no. Should we?
Intimidate them.
Decision has been made. Roll initiative.
Okay.
Insult them by throwing salt on them.
Okay, I love that music. I got it. My family calls it an unnatural 20.
I got a 16.
Nemia, what'd you get?
I have no idea. Wait a second.
Gollum, what'd you get? 10? Alright, we're waiting for Nemia.
Oh no, again.
Ew.
I rolled a 16.
Okay, so roll off between Nemia and Quincy.
I don't know if I have any pluses on initiative.
I got a 15.
What is
On my chocolate bun thing.
it?
I think Nemia has either a +2 or a +1 on Dex.
Let's see, Nemia.
Or-
Your initiative is +2, so you're a 17, 18. So
I'm 18.
Okay, so and I got a
So,
16.
no
so
roll. Yeah,
one.
perfect. The first person to react is Wellbricks.
Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. Can I fly like however many feet in the air it would be, so that like if they like reached up or like jumped up, like they wouldn't be able to touch me?
Sure. So Nemia just shoots up. Not Nemia. Wellbricks.
Nemia.
Wellbricks.
And then and that's my movement, and I want to use my action to take my mace and like beat them from there.
Oh.
Like,
All right. Well, you're high up.
Actually, wait, I'm not gonna do that yet. I'm just gonna like go up, and then I'm just gonna be like, nah.
You're gonna taunt them.
Yeah.
All right. Then you're gonna roll for that too. Intimidation.
Sweet. 17.
And your intimidation is +2, or was that
Yeah.
the total 17?
Wait, my investigate. Sorry,
Intimidation.
intimidation. Yes, it is a +2. That's the total.
So a 19.
No,
All right.
I said that's the total.
Oh, okay,
17
okay.
is the total.
Hey, get away from me! Stop! Shoo! Yeah, they're not happy that you're flying above them.
I'm just like I'm just like there and just like.
Nemia,
What are you gonna do to me?
your turn. What's Nemia doing?
I want to insult them on how they cannot rob us.
Okay.
Or that they're
Which-
that they're an adorable little
I'm
bunny.
saying that that they won't rob us.
So, okay. Are you basically intimidating them?
No, I'm just insulting them.
So persuade them. Persuasion.
Okay.
Your persuasion is a +1. So, hey, there you go. You can try it.
I rolled a 19.
Oh. What do you mean we can't rob you? That's not right.
19.
Is she saying we can't rob her? What's going on here? This is not right.
I love this.
Quincy,
I love this.
your turn.
I'm gonna teleport behind one of them, and I'm gonna rob them. I'm gonna pickpocket them.
This is awesome.
Okay.
I love this.
You
let's
disappear.
Amazing. I love
Wait.
Hey,
Step.
where did she go? I didn't know she was there a minute ago.
see. Sleight of
Wow.
hand. 28.
Okay, you pickpocket. Are you pickpocketing the one with the leader or one of the other ones?
The leader.
The leader. Roll a d10.
Okay. 0.
10. All right. You manage to pickpocket her quite successfully, as they're all kind of like not quite sure what's going on here. They're being intimidated but from the air. This one here is telling them, you know, you can't rob us. Meanwhile, Warforge is laughing his head off.
I love this.
I'm gonna taunt them and say rookies.
This is the best so-called fight we've had.
You actually
So
managed to unhook this gourd off of her belt.
it's just a gourd.
Yeah.
Gold.
Hey! What? Don't touch that! That's mine!
Yes, we know you were trying to rob us.
Gollum,
That's our stuff.
it is your turn. What's
Same,
Gollum doing?
Phoebe. I feel ya.
Alright.
Four
Can
salt
I
on
try
them.
and intimidate them?
Okay, they're already intimidated, so you have an advantage on top of everything else.
Can I intimidate them and say, can I just like intimidate them so much that they think twice about robbing us?
Roll for intimidation with advantage. And your intimidation is a +6. Oh my gosh.
Da, da, da.
How much?
6, nat 20.
We should just do this with every like bad group of people we meet. To, like do
I
this.
rolled a 5, and I'm like.
You look over and you can see that the snails seem to be quite uncomfortable and upset, and they actually toss 2 of the harrigans off their back. They fall flat on their face into the mud. Meanwhile, the leader's like, okay, we won't touch you, we won't rob you, this won't be a robbery. The other
Wait,
3
can I
start
just
running in a
question?
different direction.
Can I ask
I'm
a
gonna throw the
question?
board
Yes?
back.
What's the question?
My question is that my wolf is with me, right?
Yes.
Okay, want to make sure. Wolf is on the ground though.
All right, so the rabbits, except for the leader, all run in different directions. The leader gets on her hands and knees. She goes, "Oh, please, don't hurt me. I don't want to be hurt. Please."
Hand over all your money, all your
Wait,
jigs, precious.
No, we're not making this a robbery when they just said that this isn't a robbery.
No, you're not doing that. We just want
This
them.
isn't a robbery. We are robbing you. You're not robbing us.
I just
How much money?
if like I don't have anything to give you. I don't. I really don't. I just can I have back my gourd? It's really
I'm gonna
precious.
toss it back.
What's in it?
Oh, nothing. Just my memories.
What?
Let's open the door.
Your memories?
Don't open the gourd.
No, don't top. Don't remove the topper. It's not good.
Okay.
Just give it back to the poor
yeah, just give
rabbit
it
lady.
back
Okay.
But I do.
Can I go and befriend a snail?
Go ahead and do animal handling.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw the gourd back to the leader.
I rolled a nat 20.
The snails seem to be actually quite happy now at this point, and you get the feeling that they were kind of imprisoned against their will. So when you go up to them and you kind of calm them down, they start to lick you with their icky, sticky tongues.
Yay!
Is someone gonna befriend the other one? I think we should make these snails our friends so that they can give us a ride.
Oh,
We just
okay.
have to treat them with care and make sure that they are treated as equal parts of our group.
I think we should do that. I think it's a good idea.
This
And we
gourd was a gift to me by Agdon Longscarf from Bavlorna Brightstraw herself.
Have I heard this Bavlorna name before?
No, you haven't. It's the first time.
I feel like I have.
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
I don't know.
Wow, Lord Bonding.
Gollum, roll a d8.
D8.
Six.
6. As you are all, talking to the Haragon, and you see the other Haragons kind of hiding in the corners off to the distance, watching carefully, and Nemia is kind of slimily petting these snails. You get a waft of a gentle, sweet breeze, which is very odd because everything smells rank and disgusting and muddy, but all of a sudden, this nice breeze just sweeps on in, and you can look over and you can see Kronk just like, oh, it smells very good. It's nice breeze all of a sudden.
Later, what it is.
I don't know why. She's on the ground, on hands and knees. We apologize. We won't bother you anymore. Can we go?
Yes, you can leave, but
Yeah, you can leave. Bye.
but you don't get your snails back.
I'm gonna give the gold.
Okay. All right. Well, you have 3 snails now.
Hooray! I love snails.
Everyone except for me can get a snail.
They're kind
I
of
have-
icky. I don't know if I want to sit on one of these things. Ew.
You'd be sitting.
And he's standing by the snail. And he's like,
Remember?
just sticky. And you look over, you can see as he's standing behind one of the snails, the long tongue starts to curl around his neck. He's like, ew! His big, sticky, slimy, thing just extends from his neck to the tongue. They're nasty!
Can I just try to befriend one of the snails?
Befriend the snail.
Nemia has already befriended him for the party.
I'm gonna befriend one of the other ones so that Kronk can ride it.
I'd rather walk.
Okay. Anyone want the snail? Really?
Well, Wellbricks can fly. Gollum, we want a snail. Nemia wants a snail. Quincy, you're taking a snail?
Yeah.
All right. They're not the snails we had at the back at the carnival. Those snails were at least cleaned and mopped up, and they weren't all covered in slime. This is nasty. I'll walk behind you.
You can ride. You can ride titanium if you want.
Oh, can I? Will he allow me?
I go up to my wolf and I just comfort it while Kronk gets on. And I'll be like, don't bother it and don't hi-ya it.
All right, there you go. So Kronk is riding the wolf. Okay, so you continue along the swamp. I guess you're still going towards the area where you saw the balloon?
Yeah.
Actually, Wellbooks will start walking after a while because I don't want to use up all my 2 hours.
All right. Well, the snails are big enough that you can probably ride with 2 people.
Okay. I'm just gonna do eeny, meeny, miny, mo to see who I sit with. Quincy, I will ride with you.
Okay.
Wellbricks, roll a d8, please.
D8. 7.
Okay. So you're sliding along the muddy, disgusting floor of this swampland. Kronk is not... He's not so cranky at the moment since he is getting a lift. As you're walking, you look upon what looks to be a 10-foot... I don't know. You look upon what looks to be a 10-foot wide stream up ahead. You have to cross the stream. It looks like there's a stream up ahead. You want to stop and take a break?
Okay.
How wide is it? Or like how fast is it?
It's a very slow flowing stream.
Okay.
It doesn't look to be too deep. Seems to have somewhat fresher water than the rest of the area around here. Although it's not. It's partially
Don't drink
muddy.
any water in the Feywild. Just don't.
But I'm kind of thirsty.
Unless it's in a city or something, don't drink it.
Perhaps we should have kept that gourd. Probably had some fresh water. Alright, well, let me go check a look and see the water. It looks kind of... Oh my. You look over, you can see Crunk is off the wolf, and he walks over to the stream. And he's looking down at the stream. Oh my, indeed. Ah! He jumps back. There's a hag! There's a hag in there!
Oh no.
Ah,
What?
stomp on it.
I'm not stopping on it. You go see.
All right, I'll do it happily.
I'm not going near the water, and now I don't want to even more. I hate hags.
All right,
A
so
hag?
that's what he said. You don't see anything but water. Apparently, he saw a hag in the water.
I see a bag.
Well, I guess that's just magic.
So Quincy,
I
you
see
go
a
over
Or
to
he's
the.
hallucinating.
Do you go over to the water, Quincy?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Alright.
I'm not.
You look over at the water, and your reflection, instead of seeing your reflection, you see what looks to be a hag with toad-like features, relaxing in a pool of water,
Who's that person?
with miniature versions of herself, waiting around a pool.
I know this person.
And she's basically taking a bath, and she's pouring this water with all these miniature versions of herself, kind of in a bucket and over top of her.
Does she look a bit like a frog?
Is
Yes.
she one of the hags who did
I know
the
who
thing
this
at the carnival? Who is?
Probably.
Yeah,
Most
I'm trying
likely.
to remember.
3 people.
The 3 hag sisters, right?
They're not hag sisters. There's a pig lady, some ghost girl, and this person, this frog hag.
Okay.
They're all very weird.
Does anybody else look?
Okay.
The vision disappears for you after a while, Quincy. Did you see it? You saw it, right? Tell me you saw it, right? I'm not imagining things. Go see. Well, Brix, I tell you, you don't believe me. Go see.
I go over.
Roll a d8.
Five.
You look over. You see your reflection. You look back. You thought, I don't see. You don't see anything. And you look back again, and then you see the water transforms, and instead of your reflection, you see a satyr whistling to himself as he reclines inside of a metal cage, dangling off the end of a boom over a lake.
Who's inside the cage?
A satyr.
Oh,
What?
the satyr is in the cage.
Satyr. Yes.
What? What's
Okay.
that supposed
I was
to
like,
mean?
I don't see a hag. I see a satyr in a cage.
Oh, what do you mean you
over
don't see
lake.
a satyr?
A
Gollum, what do
satyr.
you see?
What do I see?
Do you a look? Roll a d8.
Hey,
Mama.
Someone called Jacko is calling. Jacko.
All right.
Oh,
So,
Just
Gollum,
hang up.
Okay, I did.
Gollum, you see a slightly more horrific, frightening vision. you're kind of put back by this. You're not sure what this means, but you see row upon row of severed heads on pikes, bullywug heads.
Ooh,
Each of the heads are chattering to one another.
Hello, hello, hello.
Kronk says, "Say what? Are you all smoking something? This is not. Just let me see. I don't see anything anymore." The vision disappears.
Can I look?
Who? Nemia?
Yeah.
Roll a d8.
Okay. Where is my D8? Here it is. I rolled a 3.
Roll again.
Okay. I rolled a 4.
You look into the water. At first, you see nothing but murky water.
Well,
But you concentrate, stare for a bit. So, what do you see? Come on, Nemia. And eventually, after a bit of nagging, you see a tall, thin figure wearing a pointy black hat and a hooded black cloak, climbing a rickety staircase leading up to a very large, ramshackle house built on stilts. As the figure approaches the house, their shadow seems to detach from their body. It moves across the walls of the house and slowly crawls through an open window. And then the image disappears.
I want to find that house.
I think we should keep going. This is quite creepy.
Yeah.
Alright. Nemia.
Where-
No, you rolled a d8. Quincy, roll a d8.
Where are we even going?
You're still trying to find this supposed balloon that crashed. You're not sure where it crashed.
I got a 7.
A 7.
Know which direction it crashed in?
Roll again.
Six.
Six, you say. Okay. You start to walk into a rather large, more open area in the swamp. The mist-veiled field of tall swamp grass is dotted with clusters of cattails. And as you proceed eastward towards your eventual goal of finding this, whatever this was, balloon, you hear the rustling of vegetation up ahead. Give me a perception check, Quincy, with an advantage.
10 and 22.
You stop your party momentarily as you look over beyond the vegetation, and you see 6 humanoid creatures covered in some kind of large, furry cloak. Strangely enough, walking on stilts. You don't see their faces, but you see their dirty, muddy hands as they hold stilts walking towards you. And you get a glimpse of what looks to be cages attached to their back. Do you stop entirely, or do you tell your party what you see?
Are the cages
I'm gonna tell
bird
them,
cages?
and then I'm gonna do the sneak.
Okay. So in that case, roll for sneak, and I will show you a cool picture if I can find it.
Ooh.
14.
14.
1, 2,
So the rest of you are basically stopped in your
9,
tracks
3, 4.
as Quincy carefully and quietly sneaks around. All right. I'm trying to find a picture. I will give you a picture. If I can find it. Why can't I find it? As you start to sneak around the edge of the vegetation, you manage to get behind these creatures. And you notice that on the back of their backs, it's actually a cage full of eggs. Do you see it?
Those aren't very tall
What
still.
is that?
They don't notice you.
I want to sneak.
The rest of you, you do see they're kind of walking away from you. They haven't noticed you because you actually stopped just in time. But you get a glimpse. You do know where Quincy kind of walked around, and she's kind of behind them. So you know she's somewhere around them, spying on them. What do you do, Quincy?
Do I recognize, like, what kind of creature they are?
Ooh, I'm good at stuff like that.
As they approach, as you approach them, and they don't even notice you, but you do realize that they're hobgoblins.
Ah.
They got patchwork of rags of furs on their back. Strapped to the back is a cage wire made out a cage wire with straw filled with various eggs of various colors and sizes. They carefully use their stilts to walk past above the marshlands. They don't notice you. Do you let them go, or do you do something else?
I'm gonna let them go.
All right. So everybody else, you notice that Quincy has not stopped them, and they're walking away from you. Is anybody doing anything, or you're letting them go?
I don't care much for them.
All right.
I'm gonna go back.
You go back, and as you get back, you realize that by the time you get back, the party's waiting for you. So, what did you see? They're gone now. They went that way.
Hobgoblins.
I don't like hobgoblins. It's a good thing we avoided them. I likely smacked their face. All
They
right.
look like their faces are made out of corn.
I think they're just wearing masks.
They have corn faces.
They were actually wearing masks, yes. Like, something like, you can see beyond the masks, it's, like hobgoblins. They'd have these, like, beads over their faces. Some kind of mask. Maybe a mosquito net or something like that. You're not quite sure. So, shall we continue, or are we going to go after these creatures? I don't like this feeling. We just came across that stream with those... Didn't you see hobgoblin heads? What did you see there, Gollum? You don't remember. Well, they were bullywugs. Bullywugs. I hate bullywugs. Okay. So you continue? You avoided them. Excellent. Nemia, roll a d10, please.
Okay. Here's one. I rolled 9.
9. Okay. After about another half-hour march through the swamp, you come across a bit of a sight. Kind of, you wouldn't believe it unless you saw it firsthand. The mists kind of clear away a little bit, enough to reveal a crumbling stone tower rising out of the swamp, leaning at such an angle that it threatens to keel over at any moment. Black rambles surround the base of the tower and cling to its lower half. Hanging from the crenellations on the lower side of the tower's peak is a large woven basket.
Can you tell me what a black ramble is?
It's kind of like just dark black twigs and stuff just kind of growing, vines growing around the building. Now, hanging from the side of the tower is the large basket, and at the end of a tangle of ropes and a tattered fabric. The basket dangles about 30 feet above the surface of the swamp. And I have something to show you.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh.
Did you
There's
make
Christmas trees in the background.
Did you make this?
Yes, I did.
Whoa.
Cool.
Try and get a better view. Here.
Is that 3D printed?
Yes, it is.
A bit of it's Lego.
Wow. That's extremely cool.
Yeah.
The tower is 50 feet tall and 20 feet in diameter,
That
with
is
an open door
big balloon.
at the bottom, which you can barely see through all the thick branches and all the growth around the base of the tower. And you hear a voice. Psst! Psst! Over here! You there! I need your help!
We should go inside.
What did it say?
Need help, right?
Did
needs help.
Gollum did Gollum say this out loud to the group?
No.
No? You're just thinking to yourself? Okay. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Where's it coming from?
Probably the tower.
You can all give me a perception check.
17.
The rest of you?
18.
18. That's good. Nemia? Wellbrooks?
Arrow 17 plus
Wow.
whatever.
And I guess Wellbrooks,
I
you
got-
roll 2?
I got a 16.
That's all good enough. You all hear this whispering voice coming from up above. actually coming from the top of the tower. As you guys are at the bottom with your snails.
Oh my god.
Psst, psst, can you hear me? Psst, you there? Hello?
We can't hear you.
Do you say that?
You didn't. Well, I didn't hear what you said.
Okay, well, you hear a whispering. Psst, psst, are you there? Hey, I'm talking to you.
Hi?
Hi?
What do you do? Anybody do anything?
I want to go up the stairs.
Well, to get to the stairs, you gotta actually get through this thick, like, brambles that are in your way.
I'm gonna cut them with my rapier.
Stop it! Don't do it! Shh, quiet! You hear? Shh!
Okay, I don't.
So everyone's standing around, and... Are you still there?
Mm-hmm.
You whisper, Quincy? Be very careful. There are serpents down below. They're asleep in the brambles, just outside the door. If you awaken them, they might put the squeeze on me. Hell, worse yet, they might devour me. Or you.
Well, we just end up well bricks.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Wellbricks can fly.
Yeah.
Hey, you wanted to use your boots. Here's your chance. Look at that smile on Wellbricks' face. What's Wellbricks doing? You're muted. You're muted.
That is a face of confusion. That's my confused face.
All right.
Anyway, I put on my boots and I go up the stairs, I guess.
Well, you can go up the tower. As you get the tower, you see in a cage. Hang on. Not in a cage.
Outside of the cave.
Inside the basket, as you approach the tower, you get to the roof, and you can see the corpse, the dead corpse of a bullywug. Looks like he died in the crash.
What's a bullywug? What's a bullywug?
What's a bullywug? Let's see.
It's a very bully bug. That's got mixed with the genetics of a woolly,
That
or at least I picture them.
is a bullywug. Oh, here, you don't see it. Hang on. That is a bullywug.
Wait, the toad thing or the which
toad.
one?
The toad.
Okay.
You see a dead bullywug,
Bullies.
and you also see a cage that's kind of turned upside down. I have a bullywug here and I can't find it. Interesting. So you see a bird cage lying upside down, and in it you see what looks to be a very strange creature. Is it a bird? It's kind of... It has a medallion on its chest. It's purple-ish. It has wings and a large tail. It's about the size of a large parrot. It has on its belt... It has a belt, but it has a sword on its belt. And it has gauntlets in its hands. and scaly, and it's purple. It looks like... It looks like... Oh, you can't see it.
It's not
Focus.
focusing.
Oh, it's a dragon.
It is. It's
Oh,
a
it's a
small
fairy
Wowie dragon.
fairy dragon. And it's trapped.
I remember someone had to catch these things before.
Yes.
I guess who it was. I think it was Quincy and Wellbrook.
I'm in a bit of a bind, as you can observe. Well, he's saying it in a whispery voice. I, Sir Talavar, as one of the Summer Queen's loyal servants, ask you to free me. You see, I was in the midst of a daring escape from the vile Bavlorna Blightstraw, when our balloon was set upon by an ill wind, and sent plummeting to its current unfortunate location. My pilot, the Honorable Wigglewug, did not survive. I have been trapped up here for some time now. Help me, please. I must tell my queen of the fall of Prismeer. What does Wellbrooks do?
Trust it.
I want to ask it first. What is the fall of Prismeer?
Gravity.
Here's a bullywug.
What's the fall of Prismeer? I ask it.
The fall of Prismeer. All right. First, will you set me free?
I hold the ropes and okay. I want to set it free and then immediately grab it and then say, "Tell me," and I'll let you go.
All right. Well, you can see that the cage is locked, and you can pick up the cage and pick, hold the cage in front of you.
You can chop it in half. Ask it why it's in a cage, also.
I think it's a hot air balloon basket.
He explains that he is a knight of the Sealy Court, a loyal vassal of the Summer Queen.
Okay, but is he gonna answer my question of what's the fall of Prismeer?
The fall of Prismeer, there seems to be. He goes on to explain that Zabilna.
Oh, wait, we're in Prismeer, right?
Yes, you're in Prismeer. He tells you that Zabilna, the queen, the ruler of Prismeer, has been taken prisoner by the three hags. Bavlorna Brightstraw currently runs this part. There's 3 parts to Prismeer, and you are currently. If I go here,
her domain.
You are basically in her domain, but they've divided the domain into 3 separate sections. You are now in Hither. Hither used to be a beautiful place. Now it's just a swampland. And Bavlorna Brightstraw rules over the swampland. She lives in a spooky cottage on stilts at the heart of Downfall. Okay. It's a bullywug settlement north from here. The bullywugs of Downfall are quite courteous and welcoming, provided one does not offend them. Bavlorna seems to have the ability to conjure minions that look like herself. She also has 2 sisters that form the Hourglass Coven. She uses this artifact called Igwil's Cauldron to have frozen time in Zabilna's palace, trapping her inside her own palace. Now,
okay, that's terrible.
Will you please set me free so I can go warn my queen?
I am gonna...
Why are you in a cage?
I set it free.
The cage is locked.
Okay, I'm gonna ask it... Yeah, do you know where the key is to this cage?
Ask it why it's even in a cage.
Jingle Jangle
will.
has my key. You have to get the key from Jingle Jangle.
Who's Jingle Jingle? Is it the frog?
Jingle Jangle lives atop Telemy Hill, not far east from here.
Now I'm gonna ask it why is it in the cage?
I was imprisoned by
And-
Lorna herself, but I managed to get my unfortunate pilot to help try and rescue me, and I was away I was about to get freedom, although I still need the key to get out of this cage. Unfortunately, the balloon crashed here, so he was basically trying to escape for his life.
Okay.
That makes sense. I'd try and do that too.
I'm gonna tell them that I will try my best to get the key, but I need to tell my friends this.
Okay, well, you're all together. Yes.
Everyone's
So
at the top of the tower.
maybe Welbrix could lift the cage
Can I just
and
take the cage with me?
take it
Yes.
down, and I could carry it.
Thanks.
So when we finally get the key, we can set her free as soon as possible. Or
How
him
heavy
free.
is the cage?
What?
How heavy is the cage?
It's not that heavy. It's a
Not
pretty
that
big cage.
heavy.
It's about 3 feet tall, but I mean it's a bit of a pain to carry around, but you can carry it around. I very much appreciate it.
Ask it if it knows anything about hobgoblins carrying
Eggs.
cage things.
Ah, you saw the hobgoblins. Where did you see them?
I have no clue.
Not too far from here. The stilt walkers you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They seem to gather eggs for trading at Downfall. That's what they do for a living. They gather eggs from various swamp creatures, and they go to Downfall trading them for other things. They're basically gatherers. That's all they are. They're not of any concern unless you attack them.
Nemia, by the way, you're upside down.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay.
You guys are all upside down for me.
Welbrix, Sir Talavar is quite pleased, and he says to you, I shall give you a reward for helping me. He reaches in his scabbard, and he pulls out the scabbard, and he gives it to you. To him, it's a sword. To you, it's a dagger. This is a gift from me to you.
Is it?
He gives you his what are they called again?
Sword?
It's a sword.
Dagger?
It's a dagger. It's a sword for him, but it's a dagger for you because it's so small.
Scabbard?
Be yeah, I don't know.
Okay. I just tell him that he should keep it because, like, he's probably gonna need it.
Are you sure?
Yes. Well,
It
wait,
doesn't-
first before I do this, I'm gonna ask him, does it do anything special?
It has a magic to it.
What does the magic do?
Out of character, it's a +1 dagger.
Huh.
Do you take it?
I'm gonna consult with my fellow players. What should I do with this?
What indeed should you do with this?
I have no idea. I'm upside down. How should I know?
Well, maybe he should keep it until he's free.
Okay, we'll give it back to you once you're out of this cage.
No, like, he should have it once he's out of the cage.
Okay. So I'll tell him that we'll give it to him once we set him free.
Okay, so you take the sword and you'll give it to him later. Okay, fair enough. So for now, you have a +1 dagger.
+1 dagger. La, 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 la.
All right, so he tells you if you continue heading east, you will eventually get to Telemy Hill, where perhaps, with any luck, you will find Jingle Jangle. Jingle Jangle is a goblin who has the key to his cage. As you continue your march towards the east, the water around you starts to rise.
Oh no.
I don't
Yes.
think that's good, guys.
Pretty soon, you get the feeling that even the snails you have with you are not exactly happy with the water rising.
Wait, is the water rising, or are we just going into deeper parts of the swamp?
Good question. Give me an intelligence check. Give me a nature check.
Nat 1.
I'm gonna try.
Maybe is gonna try now.
All right.
18 plus whatever my nature check is.
Okay, yes, you know. Nemia is all knowing.
You realize that the water is actually rising. And pretty soon,
right.
the snails start getting skittish. And they throw you off. And they start to basically squirm away. And you find yourselves
Run, snails,
in
run.
deep,
We are good swimmers.
deeper waters.
Does everyone know how to swim?
No, I've never bothered to learn.
I don't have a swimming speed.
Give me a perception check.
Only like specific people have a swimming speed. But usually it's half your walking speed.
My character has never bothered to learn because they hate water.
That's reasonable enough.
What's your perception checks?
Oh,
7.
12.
Ooh.
Oh, do I
Doesn't
need to do
someone
one?
have?
I need to do
Okay.
one, do I?
Doesn't someone have like a swimming ring or something?
I do.
Yeah.
Welbrix has a lot of things. What's your perception check, Welbrix? Nemia?
Wait, Welbrix or Nemia?
Both of you.
Oh,
I have 13.
14 plus whatever.
Nemia, so your perception check is a 14 plus 1. 15. 15 is good enough. As the water starts gushing all around you, you can hear in the distance water rushing from what looks to be wells. You notice these holes in the ground, these kind of like bubbling holes. They look to be more like little pools of water, like small little not lakes, but just pools of water. But they actually are more. They look to be some kind of a well. Here and there you see wells. Suddenly they start bubbling, and water starts rushing from all over the place.
Oh no.
And you're running, trying to get to some kind of dry, higher area. The snails have taken off. And Nemia, you spot in the distance what looks to be an abandoned raft.
Yay!
Give me an athletics check, everybody, as you start to run quickly before the water overtakes you. Gollum, athletics check. What'd you roll?
I didn't do that good.
I
Hold
got
on.
a nat 1.
Oh,
I got a 21.
I got a 10 plus whatever.
your athletics is a 2, so 12. And Gollum, what'd you roll?
16.
What'd you roll?
Wait,
16.
16.
can I misty step onto the raft?
Okay, well, you actually, here's what happens. You're all running as fast as you can to the abandoned raft. And you look over and you see Quincy suddenly just taken over by all this water. You all get on top of the raft, looking over the raft, looking to see where is Quincy. And
I'm gonna start treading water.
Kronk is like, oh no, we've lost her. I liked her. Where is she? I miss her already. You're all basically looking over the edge of this raft as the water rises and the raft starts to rise, and Kronk is like, oh, I don't like this. Quincy, you're right behind him.
I'm gonna misty step.
You did. You're right behind him.
Verbal. Oh, okay.
You were overtaken by the water, and then you misty stepped right behind him.
Wait, I'm gonna say.
I'll be like,
Boo.
hey.
Whoa! Boo! He falls into the water. You all look back, and Quincy's right there. She magically disappeared from the water and reappeared on the boat. And you look over, and you see Kronk is hanging over the edge. That was not funny. Help me up.
I high five. I'm Quincy, and then I help Kronk up.
Well,
I used to have a dice that was 20-sided, but it went from 1 to 9.
What?
I had a 20-sided dice that only had numbers from 1 to 9.
That's really weird.
And I used it a lot by accident.
But then why you roll so well?
As you get on the boat,
but like I've played other games where you need to roll a d20, and I've accidentally rolled that dice.
That's so weird.
as you get on the boat starts to slowly drift in the direction you're going to, and it goes as far as it can go, and it looks like you actually get to what looks to be a bit of a hill. I think it's not dry land, but at least we're not going to be drowning any further. The water has risen behind you, probably about 10 feet. The wolf is with you in the boat.
Is up. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's big enough to carry everybody.
Yeah.
And Sir Talavar says, "We have arrived. Not too far up the hill. You should find Jingle Jangle." You are greeted by a scent of sweet-smelling fruit. Damp, downy, silver-green moss blankets a gentle upward slope, giving way to what looks to be a craggy ridge marking the top of a hill. Dozens of enormous willow trees dot the hillside, swaying as though in a breeze despite the absence of one. And all around you is just this huge, watery world all of a sudden.
Interesting.
So, Sir Talavar says, up the hill we should find where Jingle Jangle lives in his house. From there, perhaps he could help you, and do you think you could help save Prismeer from this evil witch coven?
Maybe?
That was our goal in the first place.
All right.
We'll try.
Our goal is to find Zabilna, a displacer beast kitten named Star, and a bugbear named... I forgot his name.
His name's Bugbear without pumpkin on head.
So you start walking up the hill towards the trees. As you get into the trees, the tree line, you get a feeling that these trees, they're kind of moving back and forth on their own power, on their own will.
Ents.
Hello!
Living trees.
Hi there! Hello! Welcome! You keep hearing all these voices coming like all around you. What? You get the feeling that the trees themselves are talking to you.
I love these.
They are.
I love these. I love these.
Yes.
I dislike tree ends.
I love them.
They're...
Follow the trail! Keep going straight. You look over and you see it looks to be a very well walked upon narrow trail leading up to what looks to be the pinnacle of the hill. And probably, you can't see it really too well because there are too many trees, but perhaps there seems to be a building up top.
Ooh. Thank you. I say thank you to the trees.
The trees start moving towards you and surround you.
Okay.
What do you do?
I just say like, hi.
Cannot be trusted.
How long will you stay here? Says one of the trees.
We only need the key to free this little guy.
From
The
a
trees-
goblin named Horse. Or whatever. Horse sounds.
From a goblin named Jingle Jangle.
Oh.
You seek Jingle Jangle. He seeks Jingle Jangle. He seeks Jingle Jangle. You can see all the trees kind of repeat the same thing.
Okay.
Are you sure they're even trees? Are they even trees or are they tree ants?
They are tree ants, we know.
Are you here to rob Jingle Jangle? Says one of the trees.
No.
No, we just want.
Can I ask the can I ask the fairy dragon? Can I ask the fairy dragon to explain?
Explain what?
To explain this, like why we are here and stuff.
And if we're gonna rob Jingle
The
Jangle,
trees
we have to do.
are all awakened. Perhaps Jingle Jangle has awakened the trees around her house for protection, it seems. If you're all going to tell them that you're not here to harm Jingle Jangle, I'll need a persuasion check from each one of you. So persuasion.
I got it. 26. Almost a nat 20.
Wow.
18. I got an 18.
Up the hill you go. Keep going. Straight up the hill. You're welcome. They kind of make way, and you manage to convince them that you're here on good terms. And as you walk up to a tree, it kind of shuffles to the side, revealing more of the path. And you make your way all the way to the top of the hill, where eventually you find Jingle Jangle's den.
Okay.
It's not quite a building. There are some wooden structures up top of this entry of a cave. It's a cave shaped like a keyhole. The entry has a shape like a keyhole.
Why are there so many life-sized keyholes in all of my D&D games? I am seriously sick of this.
Well, I suppose we should go inside, says Crunk. Who's going in first?
Yes.
Not me.
Gollum.
I am watching out for the tree ants.
Gollum makes
Ants.
his way down. Worn steps lead down into what feels like a cellar. It's chilly in here, and you detect a subtle scent of iron in the air. From a distant spot within the chamber, sputtering candles illuminate a multiple of keys dangling from taut strings that crisscross the walls. Hundreds of other keys lie strewn across the dirt floor. As you take in the scene, you hear the sound of keys jingling as a goblin emerges from the dimness. She wears a coat lined with metal keys and carries a flail that has padlocks for heads. She manages a faint smile and says, "How might I, Jingle Jangle, unlock a bit of happiness in your lives today?"
By opening this cage.
You present them the cage with Sir Tavalar. Jingle and Jangle's eyes open wide, and a big smile crosses her face. And that's where we end it.
Aww.
Inside Jingle Jangle's key house.
But
No!
No! No!
No!
Yes! That's a great place to end.
I know, but I want to know what happens.
Oh, you have to come back next week to see what happens.
Okay.
I will hand out experience points. You won't level up just yet, but quite a few things happened today. We deserve some experience points.
Way.
Experience points.
Level.
No, you're level 5.
Level 6
you'll
is
be
on its way.
Yeah, level 6 will be a... Don't worry, it'll come when it comes. So, welcome back, and we will resume next week, I suppose, with more silliness inside the world of Prismeer. Bye for now.
Okay, bye.